Prince Harry has taken another wrecking ball to the Queen and Prince Charles, expert. Prince Harry has taken another wrecking ball to the royal family during his latest public appearance, according to a royal commentator. Royal commentator Penny Junor accused the Duke of Sussex of dealing another blow to the most senior members of the royal family only 2 months after his interview with Oprah Winfrey. In a comment piece, she said she had initially believed Prince Harry may feel some remorse following his tell-all interview alongside Meghan Markle. However, she continued, Prince Harry's remarks during the latest episode of Armchair Expert, a podcast led by Hollywood actor Dax Shepard, shows she was clearly wrong. She wrote in The Times, "I was clearly wrong, because here he is taking another wrecking ball to his family, blaming his woes, the pain and suffering, on generations of bad parenting. This time it is not just his father who comes in for a kicking, it is the Queen too. Prince Charles was a bad parent because he himself had been badly parented." This is the sort of exploration usually reserved for the therapist's couch, not for public consumption or self-promotion. Ms. Junor, who authored books on several senior royals including the Duke of Sussex, referred to Prince Harry's remarks on parenting made during the podcast released earlier this week. During his lengthy conversation with hosts Dax Shepard and Monica Padman, Harry said he doesn't want to pass on pain from his own experience to his son Archie and future daughter. He said, "I don't think we should be pointing the finger or blaming anybody, but certainly when it comes to parenting, if I've experienced some form of pain or suffering because of the pain or suffering that perhaps my father or my parents had suffered, I'm going to make sure I break that cycle so that I don't pass it on, basically. It's a lot of genetic pain and suffering that gets passed on anyway, so we as parents should be doing the most we can to try and say, you know what, that happened to me, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to you." He added, "It's hard to do, but for me, it comes down to awareness. I never saw it, I never knew about it, and then suddenly I started to piece it together and go okay, so this is where he went to school, this is what happened, I know this about his life. I also know that is connected to his parents, so that means he's treated me the way he was treated, so how can I change that for my own kids?" Speaking about his decision to relocate to North America in 2020, Prince Harry said it was not part of his plan, but sometimes you've got to make decisions and put your family first and put your mental health first. Prince Harry and Meghan moved to the U.S. in late March last year, shortly before they officially stood down as working royals. The couple has since moved into their new home in Montecito, Santa Barbara, with their son Archie. They are now expecting a daughter, who is due this summer. Prince Harry already spoke about Prince Charles during the 2-hour-long interview with Oprah. Speaking about his father, he told the U.S. journalist Prince Charles had stopped taking his calls after they discussed twice his plans to step back as senior royals. He said, "When we were in Canada, I had 3 conversations with my grandmother and 2 conversations with my father and, before he stopped taking my calls, and he said, 'Can you put this all in writing what your plan is?'" The Duke of Sussex also said he felt let down by his father. He told Oprah, "There's a lot to work through there, you know? I feel really let down, because he's been through something similar. He knows what pain feels like, and this is. And Archie's his grandson. But, at the same time, you know, of course I will always love him, but there's a lot of hurt that's happened. And I will continue to make it one of my priorities to try and heal that relationship. But they only know what they know, and that's the thing." Archie's his grandson. But, at the same time, of course I will always love him, but there's a lot of hurt that's happened. And I will continue to make it one of my priorities to try and heal that relationship. But they only know what they know, and that's the thing.